Good afternoon po. We are Group 1 of the ICT 31. Our research title is IM Events Management Services and Reservation System with Task Organizer and Event Tracker. This will be the outline of our presentation, the introduction part, statement of the problem, scope and limitation, significance of the study, research instrument, diagrams, results, and discussion, and also the video presentation of the system. So the development of management and reservation system is a vital role in managing and planning a small scale or a large scale of events. This study aims to determine, develop, and evaluate a web-based system tailored to the needs of IM events management and its customer and clients. The developed system also aimed to serve as the basis for improving and implementing features that were suitable of great use for the event management organizations. For this study sought to answer the following questions. Number one, how to design and develop a web-based system called IM Management Services and Reservation System with Task Organizer and Event Tracker, which will be capable of A. Allowing the administrator to manage all the features and functionalities relating to the event management. B. Providing a wide array of contact, support features, and increase system wherein clients can inquire on services and other event-related details. C. Allowing the staff to view all features and functionalities relating to the event management. D. Allowing the administrator and staff to organize and keep track of the event. The second research question for the study is, what is the compliance level of the developed system with respect to the ISO 9126 standards? And number three, how to implement and deploy the IM events management services and reservation system with So for the scope and limitation of the study, the system will include or contain the following features and modules. For the administration, they will have access to all features and the functionalities of the system. Will do most of the organizing and managing, contains the task list, the timeline of the event, the staff lineup, the flow of the program appointments. By the way, this is the functionalities and features of the IM events system and all other information necessary for the management of an event. For the clients, they can access the reservation and the inquiry module. And they will also able to view the gallery and other services offered by the IM management. So for the staff, they have separate staff module where they can view tasks available to them, view schedules for events, check and update the tracker assigned to them. For the development and designing of the system, we use the PHP, JavaScript, Ajax, jQuery, JSON, HTML5, and the system is hosted online via web hosting services and uses MySQL for the database. This study does not include the real-time communication between the client and the management. The client may need to wait a certain amount of time that vary and depends highly on the availability of the staff and their ability to accommodate the client's inquiry. So based po sa management namin na beneficiary, meron naman po silang nakalagay na assigned staff dun sa mag-acquire po nung reservation. Pero hindi po masusure yung system kung right away po is ma-reply na. So yun po yung delimitation ng study namin. For the significance of the study, this will be significant to the IM management. The system can improve their processes in a faster transaction and accurately manage the event details and information. And it will be more convenient for them kasi nga online can be accessed anywhere at any time. Then for the clients and customers, they will be able to access the website anywhere, anytime, and will allow them to directly check the services and package and make an inquiry with the management. Then for the management, organization, or the event industry, they will gain insights into development of web-based system related to event management, and possibly they will discover more innovative features to make their processes and business efficient. And for the proponents, this will further enhance their knowledge and skills in system analysis and design and develop a web-based system, a vital for making a suitable system for a specific company or industry that they have chosen. For the future researchers, this will be significant because this study will serve as the guide for them and it will help them for their system analysis and development subject, and it will give an idea to further this study and discover more uh, available and innovative features. So for the research instruments, we use three instruments in the study. The first one is the self-devised instruments with 11 items. This is the system requirements questionnaire. And the second is the ISO questionnaire for customer and clients. It has 6 categories: the ISO characteristics, the functionality. By the way, we adapted the questionnaire from Lisa Rala in study in 2014. We modified it to fit with our study context. It has 26 items, 5 items for functionality and reliability, 4 items for the rest of the ISO standards. Actually, same lang po yung questionnaire for yung items for ISO, na iba lang po yung pinaka-function ng system dito sa questionnaire po. This is the conceptual diagram of the system. For the input of the study is the knowledge requirements. These are the review of related studies and literatures. And the tools and technologies. For the database, we use MySQL for backend development, PHP, Ajax, and jQuery. For front-end, HTML5, CSS, 3, JavaScript, Bootstrap 4 and 5, we use that. Then for software requirements, any modern browser. And for the client's input or the customer, their inquiry, chosen package and services, chosen suppliers, event venue, event date, contact information. For the staff, they only available to update the status of the task assigned to them. I am events management, task list, event schedule, timeline, and overall they can create, update, delete this po. List of services and package, list of suppliers, list of IME staff, client reservation details. And for the process, we use the Agile SDLC methodology. And here po yung steps, requirements gathering and analysis, planning, designing, development, testing, and deployment. For the requirements gathering and analysis, we conduct and observe how the management operates, and also we interview the owner regarding the what functionality, what features or functionality should be included or implemented in the system. Then in the planning, we have meeting with our groups, and designings, we design the data flow diagrams, the system flow charts, and the front end itself. Then for the development, it is the actual coding part, and the testing part, we use the unit testing and integration testing, where in unit testing we We only test the specific module, and once it worked correctly or properly, we try to integrate this, and that's no, doon na pumasok yung integration testing namin para malaman namin kung mag-work as a full system yung mga modules kapag in-integrate yon. Then also the Gantt chart we include here in the process. Then for the output, the output of the study will be the IM event system, yung IM events management services and reservation system with task organizer and event tracker, and has the following features and functionalities: inquiry, support features, event reservation, task assignments, staff lineup, timeline, program flow, and event tracker. And it will generate the following output: the client's event schedule, IME event list, task list and schedule, list of staff assigned on the specific client's event, reserve services, package, and suppliers, available reservation day, and IME staff. So for the system architecture of the study, we use the system services architecture. Here, sa user types, we have different users, the staff, admin, and the clients. And these devices is where they can access the system. So responsive po yung system in any device. Then dito po sa part ng event tracker, event timeline, this is the features and functionalities po ng system. Then it will be saved sa database. Yun po, then execute model. Then bago po maglabas po ng data, yung is naka-encrypt po yung mga data na lumalabas tsaka po pumapasok sa system. So for our context diagram, we have three entities here: the client, the staff, and the administrator. And these are the information na i-input nila, and at the same time, ibibigay ng system once they ask. For the client, they need to input their login credentials, the event details. Then the system will give the client his or her event information. Then for the administrator, the login credential also will be the input, and the event information and assignments. Kasi sila yung mag-create ng mga program flow once na mayroon ng reservation yung client. So the system will generate the event detail. Then for the staff, also login credentials and assignment status. Yung assignment status is yung pag-update po ng staff. Ang ibibigay naman ng system para sa staff is yung event details and yung workloads ng staff. So for data flow diagrams, this is the data flow diagram at level 1. We have 8 processes here. So for the first processes, we have the registration into the system. Si client po yung mag-interact sa process na yon. Then second is once he or she registered po, he can also ask at the same time or his queries about the event details or the services offered by the management. And once he asks or she asks, yung inquiry niya is masasave sa data store na inquiry. Okay. And for the process number 3, the admin will notify, then pwede niyang i-update yung status ng inquiry details as completed para lumipat sa event. Then for the fourth process, yung transferring ng events, yung inquiry is ita-transfer na sa data store ng event kasi confirmed as reservation as event na yung inquiry ng client. Then for the fifth process, creating events, assignment, and information, si admin na po yung mag-create dito ng mga program flow, timeline, and yung task, then staff lineup. Then for the sixth process, checking task details. So the staff yung mag-a-act na entities doon. Siya po yung mag-update if nagawa niya na po ba yung task assigned sa kanya nung administrator do sa isang event. So then the seventh process will be the change of assignment details. Ito po yung update ng status ng assignment. Okay? And masasave po yun sa task data store. Okay? Then mag-output yun ng accomplished assignment kay staff. Then sa number 8, yung pang-8 na process, updating services information, si admin po yung mag-update ng mga, yung naka-display po sa pinaka-home site ng IM event site, yung mga makikita po kagad ng clients kahit hindi pa sila naka-register, yung mga services and package available. So yun, pwede nilang i-store yun sa package, service and media. So yung media po is, ito po yung gallery. Later, may papakita naman po namin. Ito po yung yung sa registration process sa customers. So yan, input siya then ng account credential or information, then it will be saved sa user data store. And once confirmed, mag-grant yung access. And for data flow level 2, yun, check. Ito yung mag-ask ng query sa management. So, masasave yung information niya. At the same time, pwede magbigay yung system kung ano yung yung transaction niya before or ano yung kiniri niya before. Then, yung events, kung nagpapa-reserve siya, meron din ditong kukuhanin data sa data store ng events. Then, after mag-output ang system, displaying inquiry results kay client. For number 3, updating inquiries, the admin, yun nga po kanina na topic na si admin yung responsible sa updation ng inquiry. So yun, once he or she update, so ang change po is yung sa data store na inquiry, at the same time yung event kapag as completed. Then madi-display. Then for login account ng admin, yung transferring, yun nga po, once sinet niya na accepted yung event, yung inquiry, yan, sasave yung event sa, matatransfer yung inquiry details sa event data store. For process 5, ito po yung crude part wherein the admin will create once yung halimbawa po na-confirm na yung event, ito po yung process ng pag-create niya. Pwede po siya mag-create ng task at i-assign sa mga staff, then program, then inquiry, then also sa event details po masasave yung nilagay niyang information and details. So for DFD level 2 process 6, so sa staff, ayan, pwede niya ma-check yung task details assigned sa kanya. Yung mabibigay niya lang is yung sa kanya. And yung information is galing sa task data store. And then mali-display. Then next is the updation of task status po, itong updating assignments. So pwede niya po i-mark as done yung task niya, then masasave na po yun and madi-display kay staff as completed or canceled. So sa system, later po makikita naman po yung kung paano po yung work yung task updation. So for the admin, again, the updating of service information, ito po yung makikita sa home site, yung package service and media po, yung mga gallery, mga package and services offered, pwede nyo ma-update and ma-save to dito sa data store ng package service and media. Then at the same time is ma-display yun ulit sa home site ng IM events. So for updating task lang pag yan. Pag na-update, save sa task, then yan, di-display. Next, for DFD level 3, process 5.5, admin can create program flow then yung last is yung update ng event details. So event details, data store lang po yung pagsasavean dito. Then at display down din po yung after ma-save. Makikita po niya ano yung changes.
We allow 30 minutes for the presentation.
Okay po, ma'am. Sige po, bilisan na lang po namin. For the use case, we have 3 use case po for each user ng system. So for the client, okay, for the customer and client, mapupunta po siya once na in-excite yung IAM event site sa homepage. Then makikita niya po doon yung navigation na service, contact, inquiry, and support. Then may login din po doon. Then once na-click niya, service, mabibigyan niya yung mga package and services. Then at the same time, inquiry, the clients need to fill up the inquiry form, then masasend yun sa, matatanggap yun ng admin. Then support, pwede siya magtanong, may Facebook Messenger API yung naka-integrate po doon sa system, then masasend yung message kay admin. So overall, we have 155 respondents and we use purposive sampling po para dito. And we have administrator, 3 po yung respondents namin doon. Then for the staff, 17. And the clients, 135 po yung namin, pasagot sa survey. So for the system requirements question po, number 1, how does your event management operate? Yung sumagot po dito is is yung 20 management, administrator, and staff po. So yung pinakasagot po nila is manually and electronically po nag-ooperate yung nila management. Like for the second question, which platform your management use for acquiring? So mostly po ang ginagamit nila is yung social media, Facebook, and at the same time yung electronic mails and text messages po. Yung social media, 100% po lahat na nag-agree yung sa management na yun yung pinaka ginagamit nila. So doon po sa system na ginawa namin, meron pa rin po naka-integrate na Facebook Messenger na nandun yung account ng IM kasi usually po yung inquiry is doon na po nasana yung customer, so nilagay pa rin po namin doon sa bagong system. How are event inquiries and reservation details collected? So overall po, 100% yung 20 respondents, they agreed na manually and electronically po yung collection.
Summarize it na sa yung mismo pinaka-result na naka-summarize. Huwag mo nang i-discuss yung per table. Capture na. Ano na yung pinaka-summary, not per table, no? Final summary, kung saan naka-indicate na yung pinaka-ano niya.
Yung details na po. So ito, for the summary of findings, question number 1, how to design and develop IM management services po yung system ng IM. So the proponents have designed and developed the system for IM events and let the administrator and staff, yung users namin, to evaluate the developed system. Through the use of system requirements questionnaire, and the proponents were able to determine the features and functionalities to be included and implemented in the system. In the results of ISO questionnaire, the respondents were satisfied with the functionalities, reliability, usability, efficiency, portability, and maintainability of the developed system, with the obtained weighted mean of between 3.76 and 4.42. So yung 3.76 po is has a description of agree. And yung 4.42 po is yung users namin is strongly agree na effective po yung system. And compliant po dun sa ISO standards. Then for findings number 2, so yung results ng compliance level or the conformity level ng system sa ISO 9126 standards. For the functionality, dito po is may interpret as agree and strongly agree po sa part ng clients, agree sa part na, pero overall po is masasabi po natin sa result na nagpa-function well po yung systems. Then for the reliability, the response gathered from the customers, meron po tayo na obtain na 4.33 average weighted mean and 4.23 average sa management. Both po sa reliabilities strongly agreed, meaning magagamit po yung system na sa event management po ng event details and reservations po nila, and mag-produce ng tamang pag-display ng information kung ano po yung pinasok sa system or input. Then mag-output din po ng kung ano po yung in-input. Then for the usability, the response gathered from the customer clients was 4.41 average weighted mean and 4.28 from the management, meaning po they also strongly agree with the usability of the system. Meaning the system is easy to learn and navigate po dito sa part ng usability. For all our users po, they strongly agree. Next. And for the efficiency of the system, the clients from the clients we obtained 4.42 and 4.32 strongly agreed. So yun po, efficient po gamitin ng system na develop. Then for portability, 4.36 weighted mean po yung nakuha sa client na score. Then 4.18 average weighted mean po para dun sa management. Meaning they can access po sa yung IM events sa iba't ibang device, and at the same time po is kahit saan po nilang browsers gamitin, pwede po nila ma-access. Then for the maintainability, the response gathered from the customer clients was 4.24. Strongly agreed po yun for the part of the customers. And 4.26 management, yung staff. Yun. For overall, yung status po ng findings sa ISO is valid and reliable naman po based sa responses ng mga respondents po ng study. Then for question number 3, yung how to implement and deploy the system to maximize the efficiency po ng management. So the result of 4.42 from the clients or customer and 4.32 from the IM events management obtained for efficiency of the ISO 9126 standards. So strongly agreed po yung efficiency level ng developed system to maximize the management efficiency. Dahil po hosted online, yun, available po siya i-access anywhere, anytime nga po to their devices with an internet connection po. For the conclusion part, so number 1, the study met the ISO questionnaires requirements and respondents were satisfied with the developed system. IM events management, the developed system, it is functional, reliable, usable, efficient, portable, and maintainable system. It attained and determined the requirements of the respondent needed to develop and implemented in the system. For number 2 conclusion, the functionality, the characteristics of ISO standards are all compliant to the ISO standards po. Ito po yung pinaka-result sa number 2. Then for number 3, implementing and deploying the IM events management services and reservation system with task organizer and event tracker po, maximize the management efficiency. Okay. So next po is
to system.
Yung recommendation, presentation po ng system. So here po, meron po tayo navigation na home, about service and contact us, and yung button for inquire now. And also may mga package plan po tayo doon. Then yung services offered and the contact details. Uh, 3 minutes yan doon, no? Yung sa home site. So ito po, ito po yung itsura ng services page ng clinic. Ito po yung magiging full view niya. May video and at the same time features integrated po sa page. Then sa package, same lang din po. Ang kinaibahan lang po is by bulk po yung information dito na events. So yun. Next, gallery. So yun po, mga features po dito yung nakalagay ng mga past events po ng management. So for the inquire, contact us, okay. Ayan, nasa iba. For inquiry po, the user need to click the inquire now button and input his or her event or inquiry details. Ayan.
Wala na yung narrator.
Disconnect na po yata, ma'am.
Brown out din sa kanila eh. Oh, anybody? Ano yung ginagawa ng system nyo?
Excuse me po. Hello po. Ako po pala si Edmar dyan. And ang pinapakita po ngayon is yung sa user account po, which is pagkalagin niya. Yan po makikita po ng user is yung upcoming events and recent events niya po. Sa recent events, pwede niya po ma-view lang yung mga past events niya. Then sa upcoming events is pwede niya po ma-check yung mga na doon pong mga details na nangyayari sa event niya ngayon. Dan, paki-play po. Okay. So yan po, view more details. Check niya po yung details yung sa packages na in-inquire niya kanina. Yan po naman. Okay. Po ma'am is sa admin part naman po. Tapos na po yung sa may user, which is sa may user lang po is more on view and update po ng details. Depende po sa event na inabil nila. Okay, ito naman po yung parang site for login po ng admin. So, yan po example ng account for yung ginawa ng admin, then password. So, yan po yung example, yan po yung dashboard na ginamit po namin ngayon, which is yan po makikita nyo yung mga active staff, inactive staff, appointments, mga upcoming events, then upcoming appointments. Then, dyan po mostly makikita din yung mga tasks. Depende po dun sa mga staff na naka-assign doon sa particular na event. Okay, Dan? So, sa may inquiry, dyan po pumapasok lahat ng mga inquiry na galing from home site. Diyan po pwede nilang i-edit or pwede po nilang mag-set ng status doon if ever kung accepted po ba yung inquiry na yon or hindi po. Okay, play that. So, ayan po yung example ng pag-create ng isang inquiry. So, ayan po yung example na form. So, dyan po may filtering na po nilagay dyan and pwede pong mag-search na rin po. Depende po sa client na particular na parang nagpapabago po ng event, details or ganun po. Then, andyan po, pwede po nyong i-save siya as Excel, CSV, and PDF. On directly po, i-directly nyo pong i-save as yung nga po sa Excel. So, dan play na lang. Salamat. Then, yan po yung view button ng isang example ng isang inquiry. Then, yan naman po yung edit button for the update nyo po yung laman ng isang event. So, yan lang po yung example na mails na pwedeng makuha ng staff na which is mag-handle po ng IM events. So, diyan po sa events, diyan po makikita lahat ng mga in-inquire na events within na set of days bago po dumating yung event. Then may recent events naman po which is yung makikita lang po niya diyan is ma-review lang po niya yung events na naganap na. So, ayan po yung pag-create ng new event. So, same lang po dun sa form, dun po sa inquire now. So, may harapan po. So, sa may homepage po. Ganun po. So, yan po, nag-click po siya ng isang event dyan. And same po dun sa may user account na which is ma-review niya po. Pero dyan po kasi mostly is magagawa po ng admin, ma-edit po lahat ng details. Which is may crude po na dyan.
Okay.
So next is task list which is mag-set po ng mga task for the staff with yung like example po bumili po sila ng let's say karne sa palengke ganun po. Ganyan pwede pong diyan mag-set ng mga task na pwedeng gawin nila. Then yung sa admin po namin is wala po siyang delete feature which is more on archive lang po magiging sistema. So yan po example na makikita po sa staff which is yung sa lineup schedule, yung makikita nila kung sino yung mga kasama po nila dun sa particular na event na paparating or nakasign sa kanila. Okay, Dan? Paki-play. Sa user management naman po, nandiyan po lahat ng mga staff, clients, and subcon. So sa staff, yan lang po yung brief details na nilagay po para sa kanila. Which is kung ano po yung expertise nila like photography, example din, photography, video editing, and coordinator. Sa clients naman po, yun po yung pag-create nila kanina ng account. Then the update. Same din po doon. May expertise din po. Nakadepende po dun sa sub na partner. Sa packages naman po, yun po yung nakita sa may harapan na example na packages which is yun yung po yung mga pwede po pala dyan sa packages na is different choices depende po sa pangangailangan nyo. Pangailangan ni client. Like, sa package po may kasama pong host, coordinator, then hair and makeup, then photo and video. And gusto niya po is walang photo and video kasi provided po nila. So, pwede naman pong ma-edit po yung sa gusto nilang packages. Then, dyan rin po minsan din nakikreate po ng fixed packages na pinipresent dun sa main home site. Services which is individual po ng kada packages, which is yung nga po yung hair and makeup, coordinator, photo and video, ganun po. Separate lang po sila. The create, read, and delete. Then sa gallery naman po is, yun lang po yung mga example na photos na kinuha po ng photo and video, example photo and vids po, na which is pinapakita po dun sa home site sa gallery na parang pwede pong makitang base po ng mga clients if ever gusto nilang kuhain ng photo and video ng IM events. Ito na po tayo sa part ng staff, which is makikita lang po dyan sa may umpisa is may login form po yan, which is yun nga po para sa staff only. Then may directly po siya, same as dun po sa admin, may dashboard din po siya. Pero ang makikita lang po niya dyan sa dashboard niya is yung mga naka-assign lang po sa kanya. So may upcoming events, upcoming appointments, mga tasks na po. Yan po yung mga example din is makikita lang po niya yung specifically yung nakatag lang sa kanya. Then may task list naman po is yun nga po, yung mga tasks na in-assign din sa kanya. Which is, if ever nagawa na po niyo yung task niyan, mamark as na niya lang po yung task. Then, mapupunta sa completed or cancel. Depende po yung sa admin if ka-cancel yung task na naka-assign sa kanya. Next, paki-play. The schedule list, which is yun nga po doon po sa may admin, team lang po. Papakita lang po kung sino yung mga kasama niya doon sa particular na event na yan. Sa events, yan rin po, same lang po doon. Pero dyan lang po more on sa staff is view rin. Same as sa user. Mag-review lang po yung mga appointment, task, staff lineup, timeline, program flow, and event tracker. I-check lang niya po kung paano yung ano po yung mga susundin niya, kung ano po yung mga kasama niya, ano po yung timeline na susundin niya, parang ganun po. Yan po sa upcoming and recent events, which is yun lang po is makikita lang niya dyan is yung mga past events niya nakasama po siya. So, pwede niya pong matrack na if ever sa event na yun, pwede niya pong i-check ulit doon. Then, yung po sa event tracker, which is yun yung sa exactly event on the day na naka-assign sa kanya, makita niya po doon yung flow. Kung ano yung mga kailangang oras niya susundin. Let's say, yung po call time ng coordinators, then yung sa hair and makeup, then yung start of coordinator, yung access po ng items naman po. Yun lang po.
Okay, done?
Ulitin po natin. From DICT group with title IM Events Management Services and Reservation System with Task Organizer and Event Tracker. Sir, here they are. Unahin na po natin ulit si Sir Fajardo.
Actually, meron din akong observation regarding the diagram. I think you mix-match the diagram of Gain and Sarson and Jordan. So I think for the benefit of the user, you have to be consistent on using the symbols for Gain and Sarson and the Jordan. Now, ang question ko lang is, you cited about the implementation, which is I think objective number 3, and deployment. So I'm looking into the implementation plan actually as the result of the study. So yun lang, yung hinahanap ko lang yun. Kasi dapat ata it will be an implementation plan of the system. So how will you react on that? Objective number 3 nyo is concerned about the implementation and deployment. But
Yes,
you cited on your conclusions that sabi nyo doon parang it's even efficient ba or parang na-derive or na-achieve. But what I'm looking into an implementation plan. So how are you going to implement the developed system for the client?
Since naka-plan naman na po na ibibigay po namin yung user manuals, naka-host na website po is na-access naman po nila. So, na-test out po namin yung efficiency po dun sa management nila. Kaya po nagka-results kami dun sa number 3 kung na-maximize po ba nila. So, dun sir.
So I think you have to have documented an implementation plan. So I think that should be the part of the document. This is just a suggestions on my end. Thank you. Yun lang po.
Thank you very much po, Sir Fajardo. So, balik tayo ulit. Ito talaga si Sir. Andito na tayo. Okay. Sir Libun. Sir, Libun now.
Thank you, ma'am. With regards to the statement of the problem and the scope and limitation is already irrelevant, no? Because you did not focus on the main problem of the client. No? You only focused on the system requirements, no? How to develop, no? You already know how to develop. Now, the observation that I notice is from the client side, no? It's only push technology, it's only email, no? There's no interaction between the client and the application, no? There's no customization with regards to the project, no? To the event, no? With regards to price, if you want to customize the price, if it's a wedding, no? What are the food, no? What is the the place, no? The other additionals, no? That I don't see, no? What I see is more on the admin and the others, no? Not focusing on the real problem, which is the client. That's it.
Ma'am, proceed po ako doon sa tanong ni Sir Alexis po. So, you mean doon sa yung customization ng services and mga packages po na pwede avail ng clients po, di ba? Yung parang di nyo po siya nakita.
Yeah, it looks more of a static website than a dynamic.
Actually, sir, with coordination po yun doon sa admin, pwede naman po ma-edit yung mga ilalagay niya doon sa program flow. Pwede po mag-customize dun sa program flow po, mga task, tsaka yung mga covered po. Pwede po mag-add si admin. Depende po dun sa pag-usapan nila kasi po yung gusto ng admin is meet up po sila ng client pag dun sa dealing nga po ng reservation nung
Yeah, yung sagot mo more on admin yung sagot mo eh. More on client dapat.
Okay.
Sir, ang tanong niyo po ba is customize ng packages and services po dun sa client po, yung kapag magpapareserve po siya or mag-inquire, ganun po ba?
Bottom line is that you concentrated more on the admin side rather than the most important part, which is on the client side.
Yes po. Bali po, sir, ang focus po kasi nung system namin is to manage the actual event. Like for example po, may nabook na po na event, i-manage niyo po yung mga information. And
yeah, correct. But it's more on the client, no? The client should know when the event is full on that day, no? There's no such thing. It's just static website. Okay?
May panel po si user for viewing po ng mga information po, and pwede rin po siya na mag-customize ng kanyang packages, mga services po na in-avail.
Yeah, I know. It's only my observation. I know we have limited time. It's only my observation. No? You should concentrate more on the client rather than the admin. That's it.
Okay po. Thank you, sir.
Thank you.
Let us take the comments and suggestion of our reactors constructively and focus kung ano po yung gusto po nilang i-impart sa atin. Kasi totoo po ngayon, conversational na rin po artificial intelligence sa pagkaganyan sa events management eh. Okay, thank you very much. And thank you very much for our first group. If ever po may mga deepened suggestion ka or in-depth po, you can indicate it in the evaluation form, sir.